Welcome to this week's edition of Wolves Weekly. Barrett Henderson, the Director of Media Relations, joined now by Chris Reed, who is the Assistant Cross Country, Track and Field. Chris, I think the list is just too long of how many things you do. You're the voice of the Wolves, too.
Yeah, I do a few things around here, wear a lot of hats.
You know, we'll go ahead and start a little bit with that. And, you know, you had the GNAC Championship meet here on Saturday. But you yourself had quite the week and quite the weekend. You host such a big event like that, then you come out Saturday night and you have no voice left, but you do the PA volleyball. And then the next day, what's this I hear about you running like a 15-mile race?
Oh, yeah. So Saturday was interesting. I definitely lost my voice out on the course cheering on our athletes who did a tremendous job out there Saturday at our home meet. You know, somehow did the PA for volleyball that night, so sorry volleyball team, didn't have my voice for you. And then, yeah, Sunday ran a 15-kilometer race, so it's about 9.3 miles.
Just 9.3?
Just 9.3, yeah.
Okay. So that's 9.3 more than I moved on Sunday, I think. So just a great job, Chris, and we really appreciate your help around here.
Absolutely. Anything for Western Oregon Wolves Athletics, absolutely.
Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that event that you hosted on Saturday, the Great Northwest Athletic Conference Championships. Number one, just how great is it to host an event like that?
It's tremendous. I think that the opportunity to host is great for the university, great for our program, because we get to bring people from all over the Northwest region onto our beautiful campus. And it's a great time of the year. You know, look outside and the leaves are all different colors, grass is green, and it's really nice. And then the course looked good. It was in good shape, and I think that the other teams were really impressed with the way everything was set up, and it was a good event.
Ash Creek is just a phenomenal course out there. If you haven't got a chance to check it out on the backside of the campus, definitely do that. Let's talk about how teams competed and ran on Saturday, starting with Western Oregon. The men finished fourth, led by Brady, just a fantastic finish for him in the top five.
Yeah, Brady just did a nice job. He's had one really good race leading up to the conference meet this year. He ran really well at Willamette and then followed that up with a pretty darn good race at GNAC. He mixed it up with people that, you know, until this year he's really not been competing against, and this year he's stepped up and improved, and he's beating people he's never beat before, and he did a great job leading the team for us.
On the women's side, Annie Wade with a top 15 finish. Talk about how the women ran.
Well, Annie did a nice job. She's been fighting the cold and fighting some sickness, as a lot of our people have, and so she was able to manage her race very well, came out with a 13th place finish. I think both teams, men and women, ran decently. I don't think we had the best day possible, but we certainly didn't run poorly at all. I was pretty happy with both efforts.
Looking ahead, actually, let's talk a little bit more about the GNAC Championships and just an incredible powerhouse within the conference, and actually as a whole, the conference does really well in the cross country, but Alaska Anchorage on the men's and women's side, just how good they are.
Yeah, they were good. Their men won the conference championship, their women won the conference championship, and that's, I think, you know, 4 or 5 years in a row for each of them. But on the men's side, Western Washington looked good too. They had a good pack in there. They only lost to Anchorage by 3 points, and I think that surprised some people. And then, you know, also on the women's side, second place was Simon Fraser, and they went after it and challenged Anchorage from the start and got second. It's a good conference on both sides as far as competitive level.
Now, looking ahead, the next meet for the Wolves will be the NCAA Division II West Regionals in Spokane, Washington. You guys have already run on that course at the Eric Anderson Invite/NCAA Preview. Talk about plans varies in that course.
Well, the course is something we're pretty familiar with. We had pre-regionals there 2 years ago, regionals there 2 years ago, nationals there 2 years ago, and then of course pre-regionals again this year. So we've seen the course quite a bit. We have a couple of transfers from that area who have run it, you know, when they were in community college, and so we have a lot of experience on the course. And so I think we're ready to go.
Unlike last year, the event was held in Hawaii. Going to be quite different in Spokane, Washington. Talk about the advantage some of the teams in the Northwest will have with that.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams struggled in Hawaii last year, especially some of the Northwest schools. You know, the heat and humidity index was on the extreme end. And so I don't think we'll see 85 degrees and 85% humidity in Spokane. And I think the conditions that we'll have in Spokane are much more suitable to what we're used to.
And talking here for Western Oregon, what do you see kind of what do you see from Western Oregon at the event?
I think we're headed the right direction. We both had, men and women both had good meets this weekend, and I think that going into the regional meet, they're well prepared. They know what the goal is. I mean, this is the one meet we've been preparing for all year, and we're overcoming some of the sickness, and now we've got good confidence going into the Spokane meet.
Well, Chris, glad to have you today. Glad to have your voice back, because we'll need it on Thursday night. Volleyball's here, and we got a costume contest that night when you're going to be announcing. You'll announce some winners of costume contest. Are you going to be wearing a costume to the event?
I'll dress like a public address announcer.
Okay. I need you dressed like Mike Johnson.
That's going to be tough to pull off.
Yeah. Well, Chris, we appreciate it as always, and great work around here. And we'll have you maybe next week.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.